Are you even a content creator if you don't have a media kit? Welcome back to 30 Days of Content Tips, where I give you videos that are short, sweet, and to the point on how to create content that grows your following while building community and attracting brands. I've been able to grow my own community to now over 89,000 followers across 3 different social media platforms. Yesterday, we talked about tip 8, build your resume and have a media kit. So this is the perfect day to get into tip 9. Pitch when you have work to back up your rates. Now, I cringe a little bit when I hear creators say they send emails to brands they want to work with because did it include a media kit, babes? Do not just send an email. You need a media kit. Now, when we went over media kits in tip 8 yesterday, I gave you the site I use to create my media kit. So if you haven't watched it, the link to the entire 30 Days of Content Tips playlist is in the description box. Brands are always quietly working on new products, services, and constructing new campaigns, which means they're constantly looking for creators. So there's never really a bad time to pitch if you have work to show. So you should be pitching to brands when you have work to show. Otherwise, you're just another email or DM from someone who loves the brand so much and wants to be a content creator. Come back when you got something to show. But how should you pitch? And where do you pitch? Now, I'm really about to break this down, so please pay attention and take a note or two. I tell my Instagram community all the time, if you're not messaging me about the content, beloved, don't hold up my line. There's money in the DMs. But even still, that's not where I negotiate rates or really talk business. I've actually never discussed rates or scope of work in the DMs. And this could be because of the brands that I've worked with. Companies like Kiehl's, Shea Moistures, Portillo's, and several more that I've worked with, baby, they have a whole staff of people. And the ones hiring for campaigns aren't usually also running the social media pages. So if you do pitch in a DM, just know this is likely not the person who would be your direct contact for getting hired. And when you reach out from your social media page, that's the first thing even the social media staff will see. It's time to put away the mystery and mystique and make your page public. And again, have work to show. It should be visible on your page. So for those of you who like to hide reels that didn't get the views or likes you wanted, you may want to reconsider. Your work on display could be what prompts them to send your profile to the person who is responsible for hiring. And we'll talk more about the best way to showcase your work on platforms in tip 12. The brand may not even hire you to post content on your page, but rather create content for them to run on their ads. So they need to see what kind of work you can produce. Now, I know y'all are tired of me saying this, but if you create good, clear, quality content, this can be what carries you. You don't always need a ton of followers to make significant money or make an impression on a brand. Is your quality good? Then why are you hiding it from the feed on your main page? Be more concerned with the quality than the vanity metrics. Both matter, but you can get a good brand deal with a low follower count and high quality content versus the other way around. And also, have your email in plain sight. Don't expect a brand to DM you back, but make it easy for them to get in contact with you. Now, some of these next few tidbits about DM pitches are going to be different amongst creators, so feel free to find what works best for you. If you save your media kit as, let's say, a PNG file, which is basically just an image, you can always include that in a DM. Just remember what I said about it possibly falling on deaf ears, because the social media staff is not usually the campaign or marketing managers who do the hiring. And when it comes to including your rates in a DM, I wouldn't recommend that. Not knowing what the campaign is or the budget for a campaign is, you may cancel yourself out by starting off an introduction talking about what you want to get paid to a brand you've never even had a conversation with. Instead, I like to wait for the brand to email me. That way, I now have a point of contact. So if I'm not selected for a specific campaign, I can reach back out at a later time and pitch to someone that I know does some of the decision making. I told you in tip 6, be okay with starting slow and accepting gifted product. But when it's time to get paid, see what the brand is offering before you jump out of the gate with prices that you made up or heard of other creators getting paid. This helps you negotiate better. But you cannot negotiate rates when you don't have any work to show. So never stop creating. That wraps up tip 9. Pitch when you have work to back up your rates. Don't forget to subscribe before you go so you're the first to know when tip 10 drops tomorrow. Know your industry and how you can fill the gap. My social media pages are in the description box below, so you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Fanbase. So be sure you stay connected to all my content. See y'all tomorrow.